Hey friend, Henry Flowers here. I have had enough. I have heard enough. All of this outrage, all of these professional athletes and actors and actresses and everybody from the top to the bottom, everybody got some outrage to express about the overturning of Roe v. Wade. I really just have two words for all of you who are expressing this outrage. Calm down, bro. Calm down, girlfriend. This ruling, whether you are, I don't care, pro-life, pro-abortion, pro-choice, you can have your stance on these things. But can you just, not get overly emotional about things? We just love getting emotional and overreacting to things, blowing things out of proportion. You know how you do. You got upset with somebody in your relationship and you always, and you don't never. It really, is it always and never? Now, how about talk about what actually happened? Can we do that? Can we talk about what actually happened? That's why we have videos and things that rule the day when it comes to court. Because people's memories and people get emotional about stuff, and all of a sudden, one little thing happened, but by the time they report on it, it's magnanimous. Bro, calm down. Let's talk about what actually happened. What actually happened is that the Supreme Court says, in the overturning of Roe v. Wade, that the states get to decide what individual states can put a ban on abortion or have a clause in there for rape or incest, or is free to continue to have abortion. Okay, so all of these things are what actually happened. Oh, this is a terrible day for women. It is not. How is this a terrible day for women? How? Help me understand how this is a terrible day for women. Their rights were taken away. No, your rights weren't taken away. How? Abortions are still happening today. Well, this country has been set back 100 years. And do we really want to talk about what was happening in this country 100 years ago? Do we really want to talk about that? And to say that the Supreme Court overturning Roe v. Wade is equivalent to that? Come on, people. Calm down. Calm down. They have given rights back to the states, and states will be able to decide. Now, here's what's actually going to happen in the future. What actually is going to happen in the future is you are going to have to get off your bent-cated knees and get off your behind and go vote. You always spend so much time talking about this election, and it never fails. Everybody spends so much time talking about president. It just never fails. And people have so much outrage and all these conversations about these big events and all this stuff happening. And it just never fails when I ask them, hey, let me ask you a question. Did you vote in the last election? No, I don't get involved. This world is just, see that part right there. You got so much to complain about, everything you want to get emotional about, exaggerate and blow up everything, just looking for something to be upset about, and you don't get involved. So here's what actually has happened. You have been given the opportunity to get your behind out there and vote, and get off the Republican or the Democrat train, and actually get out there in these midterm elections, which is coming up like this year, like November, where you actually get to decide who's the mayor, who's the governor, who's in Congress, who's the judge, right? Who's the comptroller, decides where the money goes, and this kind of stuff. Like all of these stuff that actually matter. School board, stuff that happens with your kids, whether or not they're getting taught about safe sex and safe sex practices and coping skills and the dating game and all these things where we can actually do our part and prevent an opportunity for us to have an unplanned pregnancy. See, all of those things happen in the midterm elections where you can actually get involved instead of just going out there every 4 years and maybe voting for president. Get involved. Now you got to do some work to be able to have a right instead of having the government come over everybody and make a decision for everybody. Let people choose. You like choice? Here's an opportunity for you to give people the opportunity to choose, and you get to choose. So we'll see all you people that's outraged and all this kind of stuff. You just calm down. Calm down. You may have to drive a little further than you used to have to drive. You may even have to cross state lines. But don't worry. Calm down. Don't worry. You'll still be able to kill your baby.